Thailand is a beautiful country. The Thai people are beautiful people. They're so hospitable. They're so willing to open their home for anybody. They love to take care of a visitor. They get a lot of joy out of bringing something for you to drink. In fact, as the moment that they see that it's empty, they fill it up right away. And you drink it and they fill it up again. And in the end, you're going like this. You're holding up your 5 fingers. No, then they think you mean give me 5 more.
Thailand is a predominantly Buddhist country, but many of the women that we work with come from the northeast of Thailand, which is actually predominantly animistic. As a daughter in this strain of culture, it's understood that a woman has less value than a man. If you're born as a woman in this life, it means that you did not do enough good in your past life to become a man. So she's born into that understanding that she has to work really hard in life to support her parents. And by the time she's a young adult, will probably already have a child with a young man from her village. They will maybe get married, maybe register their marriage, maybe not. But oftentimes for the women we encounter, their relationship falls apart. Now, in this culture, it's a save-face culture and an honor-based culture. So when she's doing really well, she's bringing honor to her parents. But when she comes home with a broken relationship and she brings children home, she's bringing a burden to them. And so she feels shame. And so a friend or a relative will say, I can get you a job, or there are jobs in Bangkok. Sometimes they tell them it's working in bars, sometimes they know it's working in prostitution, but they have no idea what that really means. But what they probably understand is, I'll go work in an establishment where I'll be serving drinks to foreign men. And what the parents hope, they will find a man who will choose them to be his mistress. Maybe marry them, but at least provide for them monthly. And then that will take care of the family situation.
Isn't that the enemy's plan anyway, to always just, whatever is beautiful, let's make it ugly. We do shake our heads that this beautiful, welcoming, hospitable country and people could do such things, to allow their daughters and sons to go off into the darkness like this.
When you come to Bangkok, you can't miss it. It's in your face here. I always see people who fall between the cracks, the people who society seems to forget.
But do I have hope? Yeah, I do. Because once light breaks into darkness, it's not dark anymore.
As I began to get to know them, to hear their stories, to know them by name, my passion increased. And so we wanted to set up a business that could give them dignity, that could give them fair wages with benefits while offering them the opportunity for holistic life change. And so when I tell women in the bars, about the job opportunity, their eyes light up and they say, you mean I could tell my parents I'm actually working in a real job for a real company, getting real wages? And that brings dignity to a woman. One of the women that we helped in the beginning, she wasn't sure if she was still alive, and she would cut herself. And if she saw blood, then she knew that she was still alive. When she came to Nightlight, she started making the jewelry, and she loved doing it. And one day she said to me, Annie, I used to catch myself walking with my head down because I was so ashamed of who I was and what I was doing. But now I catch myself walking with my head up high because I'm proud of what I'm doing. City Light Coffee Shop was set up to be a ministry of presence in the neighborhood. It's right smack in the heart of the red light area. We get many types of people. We get tourists who just want a nice cup of coffee and a nice, safe environment. And we also get men who are customers of women who come in, but it's an opportunity to reach out to them as well. It's also a safe entryway for women who are still on the streets and who are looking for a connecting place. And so the coffee shop really is just meant to be a place that welcomes people from the community. No matter who is walking by the door, City Light is also one of our job placements for the women who are going through the program at Nightlight. It gives them the opportunity for great job training in being baristas and in running a coffee shop, as well as hospitality. It just ties along with the whole discipleship in giving women holistic opportunities for transformation.
Discipleship is definitely more than me just telling somebody else what to do or what to believe. That's not discipleship at all. Discipleship is an arm around the shoulder, walking with you through decision making, realizing it's not instant, it's not microwave. They have this thing here called mu ping, okay, and it's pork on a stick, and you go back and forth with it, and it takes obviously a lot longer than sticking something in the microwave. And discipleship is not a microwave thing. Discipleship is much more like mu ping. Nightlight holds annual retreats to offer a getaway experience for all, not just all the women, but all the staff, everybody, to get away and spend some time together in uninterrupted fellowship, uninterrupted worship, uninterrupted free time of rest. It is kind of going up to the mountaintop. It's kind of rallying together. It's remembering who we are together and whose we are as well. Being a disciple, I think you get reminded. Have you ever watched how Jesus says the same thing over and over again to the disciples, and you wonder, are they not getting this? Are they really that dense that he has to say that so many times? Who am I? What's my value as a person? I have to hear that over and over again. Me, a pastor, a missionary, I have to hear that for myself. So don't you think that a woman who has been abused and who has sold herself and or has been sold by someone else, who's been pimped, don't you think she needs to hear over and over and over again the basic stuff from God? I love you. You're my daughter. You mean everything to me. Baptism is just an awesome experience here. There's just something about baptizing a daughter of the King. When you think about all that they've gone through, the courage to leave that world. And then as they found out about Jesus, the courage it takes to stand up, not be a secret disciple, but be a public disciple. And the courage to step into the water and say, yes, identify me. You can call me a disciple. You can call me a follower of Jesus. The Bible talks about when you go underwater, burying your old self with Christ. That's real for them. All that yuck from their past literally stays down there, and they come up to new life in Christ. You can sense it, you can feel it. It's not just a concept, it's the real deal.
ไม่มีข้าวกินข้าวที่วัดที่มีคนเอามาให้กินนะคะเจอแต่คนโกหกเข้ามาในชีวิตหวังแค่ร่างกายแล้วก็เงินที่เติมเต็มความรักและแต่ก่อนกลัวมากถึงอ้อมกอดคือให้เงินมาที่นี่มาเริ่มต้นใหม่ก็มาเริ่มต้นใหม่ที่ยุ่งยากมากแต่ก็ผ่านมาด้วยดีตั้งแต่เริ่มต้นที่มาเจอพระเจ้าชีวิตมันเปลี่ยนแปลงไปจริงๆเจอคำพูดที่เขาพูดกับเราจริงๆไม่ใช่พูดแค่หลอกลวงมีรอยยิ้มที่เป็นรอยยิ้มของตัวเองโดยที่ไม่ต้องฝืน
For a long, long time, mission was something that the West did for or to the rest of the world. The West sent missionaries, the West supported missionaries to go to different places in the world. Now, in our church at Song Sawang, every first Sunday, we have 2 offering bags. In Thailand, people don't like to see what you're giving, so they have these bags, and you kind of put your fist wadded up money in the bag. And on the first Sunday of every month, we have the regular offering for the church, and then we have a mission offering. And that second bag is to support Thai missionaries who are in other countries serving. The really cool thing is, though, that you're not just sending us as missionaries, but we as your missionaries are in the process of helping and sending other people in our country to other countries. And so it's a really beautiful circle showing that, mission is from everywhere to everyone. And the World Mission Offering does support us as missionaries, but in supporting us, we're also supporting other churches and other missionaries who are going everywhere. And who knows, they might show up at your door someday and be a missionary in your community. You never know.